Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NuWhoZone. We are here for Series 8, and the episode is Dark Water. So I think that's episode 11. Yes, so we're coming to the end of Peter Capaldi's fourth series, and it has been quite a mixed bag. I think next season we actually get better episodes, but there have been some decent episodes. Uh, in this series, I have to say. I just finished off me Christopher Eccleston watch along for the members stream. So that's available for people. If you are a member, you can go and check that out. And I was just saying it there. I mean, he got one season, right? And anytime they do a poll, he doesn't finish. He always finishes around the mid poll. And I think, because he's only got the one series, I think he's very underrated. I think he should be up there higher. He's a great doctor. Watching him again has been an absolute pleasure. I can separate obviously the personal guy from the actor, but as an actor, he's brilliant. He's brilliant. I just watched The Empty Child, and he is absolutely brilliant in that episode. He's so underrated, but there you go. It's because he only did the one series. If he had done two, I reckon he would feature up there near the top, to be quite honest with you. But we're here for Peter Capaldi, and as you know, his doctor kind of split fandom, but some of us still love his doctor. He didn't get some of the greatest scripts in this series, I will have to say. But Series 9 does improve. But we'll watch Dark Water. It's been a while since I seen it. Now, I have sent emails out to the other lads, but because I haven't been streaming on a regular basis, we're going to, unfortunately, people are going to be, it's going to be a bit slow getting back into the routine of things because I haven't been streaming on a regular basis. So it's my fault. So once we start getting back into our rhythm again, everybody knows what days the streams are on, and then obviously then we'll get back to normal. And we're doing that because we've been streaming every day this week, and we plan to keep that going now. So yeah, we have to get the momentum up again because as I said, there's no point in me getting upset and annoyed at all the shit that's going on behind the scenes and stuff that's happening on Twitter. I just need to get on with it, and that's what I'm going to do from now on. We're just going to get on with it. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I've been at the receiving end of crap for the last 5 years. I'm used to it. You know what I mean? I should have just carried on, but sometimes you need to take a bit of a break. But I'm recharged now, and we're ready to go. Yeah, I have sent out emails, PD. So if you want to join us, mate, go ahead. I know you've been busy as well. That's what I'm saying. Everybody's been busy doing stuff. So it's going to take us a while to get back into the routine. But we do have someone waiting in the studio for us. So it's royalty. So everybody, ladies and gentlemen, please be on your best behavior because she's here. It's the one and only Queen Charlotte.
I have missed it. I have missed you, Noel, and everybody. So hello, everybody. So I've had to miss a couple lately.
Yeah, it has been strange. It has been strange. Obviously, we've all been doing stuff. We've been busy, and then I've obviously taken some time off, and now everybody is kind of getting back now into their routines. So within a few weeks' time, guys, we'll be back into our normal flow, our normal routine, and we'll be bringing you all the streams and
I was going to say
stuff.
we'll be back ready for Jodie's final episode.
Oh, we definitely be back for that one anyway. That'll be yeah. Actually, just to let you know, I might do something different because Lee brought it up. Lee suggested because it is the last episode that the way I do the watch along on camera.
Yeah.
Well, he was suggesting that we actually have the panel on while we're watching, but I don't know how that would work where people are going to be watching it and stuff like that. But if there is people interested, and that includes you, Charlotte, as well, and the normal panelists, if you're interested in joining me for that watch along where we'll sit down and we'll actually watch it together and people can see our reactions live, and then we can get straight into the panel after. And remember, I'm not giving my opinion on the panel. I'll do it on the member stream, because we're going to do a special member stream where I can basically say what I want. You know what I mean? And not have to worry about being censored. So yeah, so that's what I'll do. So if people are up for that, let me know. Right, you don't have to let me know right now, Charlotte. Plenty of time, but let me
because
know.
I might. Dan might be going live that night as well, so I just have to work out what I'm doing a little bit.
Right. Well, I'll have me panel here as usual. If you're here, if you're on Dan's, it doesn't matter. You know, everybody will be giving their opinion anyway. So, you know, just let me know who you're going to be with that night, and it's cool. You know what I mean? That's
when we know a time, because we still don't know, folks. The BBC haven't given us a date or time yet. So
yeah,
when
exactly.
we know more, I can sort of say what I'm doing a bit closer to the time. I feel
That's it.
horrible being like that, but like I said, BBC's not made it easy because they haven't given us a time slot either.
Yeah, they still haven't, but we're all predicting it's the 23rd of October. So that's the date that we all think. And even Radio it's coming soon. Even the social media accounts are saying it's coming soon. Okay, instead of saying it's coming soon, why don't you put it all to bed now and actually give us a date?
Yeah, like if you can't give us a time slot, just give us a date, and
just
then
give us the date.
Wait for the time slot.
Exactly. Anyway, we've got our other panelists waiting, and PD is wrote, "Hey, buddy, I'm alive. I'm still alive. Well, if you want to join us, we'll wait for you. Let me know. You've probably sent me a message, so I'll check Messenger. But let's bring on our next guest. It's he's Mr. Controversial, as people would say out there, but he's nothing controversial about this lad. He's a bit of a problem being. It is Lee. You.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm lovely and fluffy.
Hello, lovely.
Hello.
Hello. It's been ages since I've been on a stream.
It has,
well.
and you know, I'm looking forward to this stream, even if this episode is shit, because I forget.
Not.
But even if it
like
was, I'm actually looking forward to this stream because it has been a while since we all got together. But as I said, now full steam ahead. Now, and we're getting back into our groove, and we've got Tim in the chat as well. Chris, I know Daniel is off watching the Celtic match. So let's hope for a good result there, because if it's not a good result, he's going to be in bad humor. And, you know, he takes his football serious. Takes his football serious like I do. So I know what it feels like. So good result for him tonight.
I'll get some fun messages if it's a bad result.
Oh, yes. And then if I'm doing a stream, he'll tell me, I'm not coming in tonight now. I just don't feel up to it. I know what it feels like, man. I support the football team myself. So I know what it's like. And we'll stop talking about football because Lee absolutely hates it. Anyway, we got our next guest. It's the one and only PD Rich.
Hey, back for one night only.
Oh, you sound a bit under the weather.
Yeah, I got a bit just getting over a cold that my mother decided to give me.
Right, definitely a cold. Definitely a cold.
Not being careful in a time when we've got to be careful.
So it's definitely a cold, though. It's definitely a cold.
Yeah, I checked that.
Good. I can't believe I'm actually saying good to a cold, but
yeah, it's actually refreshing to have a normal cold for once.
That's it. But this is the way. Just to let everybody know. Remember, that thing is still out there, and it's coming up to the winter. So just be a little extra careful. I'm not saying everybody should shield themselves up like these nutcases, but just be a little bit careful. And remember,
glove up on public transport.
Glove up. Wash your fucking hands. That's it, right? And you
wipe your nose in your sleeve like normal people.
Well. If you want to wipe your nose in the sleeve, go ahead, or just do the traditional way, a handkerchief.
Cough on people.
No, we do
not condone. Feces on the wall. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Actually, just because you brought up the feces, I just want to say something, right? And I'm not going to get into a big mad thing. But these climate change activists are going too far, right? Number one, they destroyed works of art.
Yeah.
Number two, they're desecrating buildings and stuff. And the latest was, and this is absolutely disgusting, a 21-year-old girl decided that we were disrespecting Captain Tom by still using aeroplanes, and somehow
What?
to send a message, they decided to go to his memorial and pour shit
I
and
know,
piss
that was disgusting.
over his memorial.
What?
They poured piss and shit over his memorial. Now your
I
woman
think we
has
should
been.
pour piss and shit over them. don't you?
Now
Pour
listen,
it down
she
their
has
throats.
been arrested, and apparently she has been charged because the person that designed the memorial said they were actually taking this further and they wanted some action taken. But there's a
Good.
video. There's a video. If you Google it, Lee, you'll actually see
I
the
don't
video.
want to Google it. I think this is the education system for many years, since the 90s. Really, they've been plying this doom, and we're all gonna die. We're
Yeah.
all gonna die.
Now,
And
listen to this.
it's created a generation of people, multiple generations of people. You know, from my brother's age onwards, really,
So
of
Pierce
this
Pierce
mental
Morgan.
illness. It's
So
a
as you
mental
know,
illness.
Pierce Morgan has his own show now, and he's throwing it up on YouTube. So he decided to bring in one of these crackpots that are basically the heads of this movement, right? And it's about a 4-minute interview, and you could tell straight away that this is a self-entitled, uneducated piece of shit, right? Anne Whitaker was sitting beside him, right? And Pierce keeps asking him the question, how was pouring feces over Captain Tom's memorial honouring his memory?
Or helping the planet.
Or helping the planet, or something like, it was something like that, right? And this guy's answer, I swear this guy's no education. He even comes across as a little snide, arrogant. Do you know the way they carry on Twitter? That's the way he was in the studio, an arrogant little self-absorbed little twat that thinks he knows better than the rest of us, right? These people have to be stopped. I'm sorry, right? I don't care if you believe in climate change or not, right? Fair enough. It doesn't give you
Here's
the
an
right.
idea. Here's an idea. Let's turn all these climate change activists into compost.
Lee, I know Lee
We
would say
don't
so.
condone on the TARDIS zone.
That's it.
I didn't say when. I didn't say when.
I'm
know,
just
Lee,
getting
you
that out there, Lee.
You know, Lee hasn't been on in a while when he starts spewing this stuff like trying to get me into trouble. Well, we can't suggest stuff like that.
If they're committed to the cause, you know, just a helpful suggestion.
Wow. Anyway, let's get into this watch along before there's any more said. Anyway, it doesn't look like we're gonna have real Super Doctor with us. He hasn't replied back, but I do know that the last stream that we were doing, he said he was actually pretty busy. If he pops in, obviously we'll bring him on, but he has been very busy, so I wish him the best. And right. So if everybody in the chat is ready, you know what to do. You press that #1 button, please.
I hope this works.
And let's hope this works as well, because I've had this waiting a good while. I should refresh it actually in reality, which I'm doing right now, just to make sure that we have it. I'm telling you, that interview, he was an arrogant little. I actually was getting mad watching him because his facial expressions. It's this facial expressions and the cold-heartedness of these people. They are not nice people at all. They're not.
Yeah, they're
nice
so compassionate about the planet. They just want to kill everyone.
Exactly.
That's really what they're all
Exactly.
about.
No, you're right, and I'll agree with you on that, because I've been seeing some absolutely disgusting videos and comments from these type of people. Unbelievable, man.
It's no consequence, zero consequence. Why join?
And then your woman in that interview telling anybody that's been unvaccinated, you deserve to pass away, basically.
Oh, she got sacked.
Good. Absolutely brilliant.
Chris is quite right. I suggest not to include them in the compost pile. Toxic material isn't good for the environment.
Exactly. There you go. You wanted to kill the poor plants, Lee.
I know. Venal, aren't I?
Shame on
Terrible.
you. Shame
I
on
know.
you. Anyway, Chris has given us a 1. And
Okay,
I
there we
think
go.
And vegan is just another name for
an
plant murderer.
unknown, don't trust the numbers, whatever there is, says Doctor whom da 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 do 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 dee, da da do do.
Yeah, he's doing
I
the
think
theme.
he's
I think
doing
it's
the
the
thing.
theme tune.
So I think that's
Oh,
his
so-
way of saying 1 as well. So without further ado, we'll get the Queen to the Queen of the channel to
You did a
Which one?
very good one, Lee, when I wasn't here.
Thank you.
there's a
Thank
high
you.
praise indeed.
Very high praise. Very high praise. I'm proud.
Well,
My
you should
finest
be,
moment.
because normally you make a cock. You should be, because normally you make a cock up of it.
How
Right?
dare you?
How dare you? Go ahead.
Oh,
How
back
dare
to
you?
normal,
You've
folks.
ruined my childhood.
They are
Have
back to normal.
Go back
5,
to normal.
4, 3,
They're such a
2, 1, go.
Ugh.
Lee's a pussy.
There we go.
You shut up, you.
I've got to push a button.
It's all right.
Yeah, shut up. Shut up, says Clara.
This
Shut up, shut up, shut up.
isn't this the episode where he gets knocked down here, doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is Pete Clara just being horrible. This is Pete Clara.
No, but she was actually trying, in fairness though, which I thought was too late, but she was actually trying to tell him the truth here now.
The
Yeah, but she
least
doesn't.
developed romance in history before Yaz and Jodie.
In fairness, it was poorly developed, and I think the actor that played Danny Pink deserved a lot better, to be
Yeah, he
quite
was a
honest.
good actor. Like
Good actor.
You could tell if he had a bigger role, he would have been quite good. But Moffat just didn't know what to do with Danny
Yeah.
at all.
I love the fact that he dies because Clara's on the phone to him.
Now, come on.
She killed him. She
Well,
killed
no,
him.
Well, she did.
the problem is as well that she kept like just keeping the call going. Like she could have just said, right, I'm sorry, I'm traveling again, but she spent about 10 minutes
And
not
if you're on the
saying that.
phone and you get hit by a car, she would hear that.
This is
She would
sad
hear
though when
that.
someone picks up our phone.
Oh yeah. And is it? I need to get this. Jenna. It's Jenna, isn't it? The actress's name.
Mm-hmm. Jenna Coleman.
Like her reaction is so good, acting wise.
Yeah.
And like what she does in a couple minutes, like that's brilliant acting. Like you absolutely hate the character for doing it, but it's brilliant acting.
You do feel, I have to say you do though. You feel sorry for her. But then she becomes an arrogant little sod in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thinks he's a doctor, yeah. Again.
But it's like the scene when she's talking to her gran. Like it's good. Like I said, the acting because you can just see that shell shock, and she's almost numb from Danny's death. But it's when she starts going off about, oh, it was so ordinary. It's like, of course he would have an ordinary death. Like he's not a traveller, so why? Like once again, that self-conceitedness, that selfishness just comes through. It's like he deserved a better death then, like a more exciting
You might want to get out
death.
in the middle of the road. Yeah.
She's having a bit of a breakdown though, isn't she? That's why she does what she does to the doctor now in the upcoming scene, but still there's an arrogance about her that she thinks that she's so special in the universe that she deserves this help.
Yeah, like it's not like so much of a favour, she's just owed it that the doctor's going to fix this.
Even though he was going to help her anyway, but the grandmother. The grandmother always kills me in this.
Well, she was in Royal Family, wasn't she? That actress.
Mm.
And Benidorm, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Looking like a leathery couch.
Yep.
And she was in the Sixth Doctor, wasn't she? She was what was my brain.
What is up with my icon? Just a second.
She's that generationally that I think they all had a part in Doctor Who at some point, didn't they? Like a
Yeah.
one-off
Yeah.
part or a side character in one story.
Meglos.
See, I'm old. Nobody deserved, but I'm old.
I'm old.
That's the
it's
line
word.
right there. Like, you know what I mean? You're
Vengeance on
old fuck old.
Varos. Vengeance on Varos. That's what she was in as well.
Huh.
Yeah, but you're
Just
old.
remember who was
nothing.
in Meglos. 2 characters, 1 series.
Mm. Oh, he's got a time machine. Oh, hello. Pin drop. Oh, penny drop, rather. Pin drop. Yeah. I'm a bit rusty at all this.
It's like Rose, but worse. When she wants to save her dad, but I think Clara's worse.
Oh yeah, this is like a very bad version of that episode. Well, the Clara aspect anyway.
The Clara aspect.
Yeah, it's like a really bad version of Father's Day.
But I do think it's really important more to show just what the Doctor's willing to do. Like the fact that she treats him the way she does, she tricks him, she like uses him, and
Worst CGI rock ever.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but he's still gonna do it for
Oh
her.
yeah,
Like,
it's terrible.
that just shows what the level of care the Doctor has for anybody he travels with.
Well, I think Rachel didn't do a bad job of this episode, to tell you the truth.
I was gonna, Speedy, you might know. Was this her first episode?
Might have been. I really liked this episode when I first saw it, I have to say, though.
Because I was trying to think when I watched it, I was like, oh, is this her first one? Because I don't think
Leaky Mountain.
Her name's popped up before.
I thought that was Mount Doom now, the Leaky Mountain. Or the giant geyser.
Do you see the bit where he goes about volcanoes being rubbish? A callback to his former character.
Yeah.
How did she know where every single key was?
Well, she was with Matt before.
She's the bestest ever.
She knows everything. She's like the bestest ever.
She likes the fan bait.
Come on, you don't think Clara's the type that she would just root around the TARDIS when the Doctor wasn't looking one day? Like others would think, I'd best not, like personal reasons, I won't.
No, because
but she would
Clara
just
should
be
have got
like,
killed. Yeah, if that happened, she'd have been killed by now.
I love this scene because you think she's gotten the better of him, and then you realize that he's the one that actually tricked her.
Yeah. Yep, Dark Water. So first.
then this is quite a big episode to give for a
As
first
you cast it into the fiery pits of Mordor. No,
but I'm
well,
just
at least she didn't empty a dam into it.
No.
She's being Gollum, anti-Gollum.
Yeah.
No, but to give Rachel a master reveal, that's quite big if you think about it.
Yeah.
So Moffat must have really trusted her.
Yeah, she's
from the get-go.
Yeah. I just think I don't think the second episode wasn't too strong. But then again, that's Stephen Moffat for you.
Tell you what, though, very quick, Inside Man. I've watched it. It's actually quite good.
Same.
It's Moffat back to his sort of old school writing, and it works.
until he hits a dilemma, and it's like, yeah, well, up is down and left is right, and A is B,
Well,
you know.
PD, I think somebody was like controlling him a bit or
Oh,
stopping him.
good.
That's what I mean, old-fashioned Moffat, when he didn't go like...
Russell T Davies went, bad!
Yes! Yes, but if you want to, any Doctor Who fan, I'd recommend it. Tennant's really good at it as well. Really good performance from Tennant.
This kind of confused me in the end, because I thought he was just going to go, oh, whatever, and click his fingers and the TARDIS door's just open.
Well, that's what that's what the whole line "go to hell" is playing with, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you think, oh, okay, finally he's had enough. Like, finally she's crossed the line.
Yeah. I just thought there was going to be a Silence to the Library a reference in this one. Where she's going to throw all the keys away and he's just going to click his fingers and TARDIS door's just open. And goes and replicates a new key. But then there was a gridlock reference instead.
Yeah, I love the way he's no nonsense approach to her though.
Yeah. Damn it, Marty! Throw the key away. See if I care.
Because he proper shouts at her.
Yeah.
Which is,
The face on
proper
him there though.
shouts.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that face though. Face that would kill.
Yeah.
Pushes her in and says, "Well, you go get him."
Swim.
Swim for them. Just click your fingers, Doctor. The doors will open.
The face on him though, even though he knows it's a trick, she's disappointed him.
Yeah.
And then she realizes what she's actually done.
And just breaks because she's like, yes, I did that.
But she said I'd do it again.
And Nobby just went up to her and just pushed her in.
Oh, do you know what'd be even funnier, PD? He just walked in the TARDIS and left her.
Yeah.
Like, here you go.
Just leaves her
Bye.
there. Bye. Clicks his fingers, walks to the TARDIS, goes, bye.
But he tries to make her better, even after she did that.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm probably going to misquote it, and it's coming up. But I love the line when he says, "Do you think I'd care for you so little?" And that's what he's saying to her. Like, you have done something unforgivable, but I care for you so much, I will just forgive you. Like, that's the whole sort of point.
This part is deadly though.
Gridlock, everybody, gridlock.
Now he knows how far she's willing to go.
And now he takes her to the door and goes, fuck Effity, bye, and just kicks her out.
Yeah. Into the volcano.
Yeah.
JFO, that's interesting, if that's what you've just said in the chat then.
JFO just says, just been announced the lineup for the Graham Norton show on the 21st of October, and no sign of Jodie Whittaker. Every doctor besides Eccleston went on there to promote their final episode. Oh dear.
And she's been on a few times now in Graham Norton, so yeah.
I thought they were friends.
Oh dear indeed.
They're dead. I'm telling you folks, the BBC are trying to bury this as much
Yeah.
as they can.
Seemingly, yeah.
Very like a bad mistake, yeah.
Yep. Well, we told you, but we were told we're evil.
Yep.
So you deserve everything you get. Simple as that.
See, he was even willing to help, even after that. Like, she betrayed him in the worst way possible, and he's still willing to help her because he doesn't want to be alone.
Yeah. Well, we did try and warn the BBC what happened. They jumped on the fan bait bandwagon, and so, Reap what you sow, I guess. Can't wait for RTD to come back though.
There he tells her though, you let me down.
You betrayed me, Morty.
I can't help but think, like, especially at a bit of it though, especially at
That's a
this point.
stupid thing to say. I'm sorry.
What?
Do you think betraying me would, like? I mean, like, yes, yes, actually.
Yeah,
It
but
would
believe
make a difference.
this
Yeah,
is
but
what.
Lee's a 900-year time traveler. Like, he's
Yeah.
been
Mirror,
betrayed
mirror.
so many times that he's
Yeah,
used
and
for
he's
it.
been
Like,
betrayed how many times, and it's never really worked out very good. Really, I
Yeah,
know
I was gonna say-
it sounds impressive, but it really isn't impressive.
No, I think any earlier doctor probably would have left her. I think Capaldi's doctor's now at a point.
He would
Where
have
it's-
dumped her on Earth and gone, right, see ya.
Oh yeah, imagine Christopher Eccleston's doctor. If Clara did this to his doctor, it would just be like, nope.
Imagine Colin Baker. She'd fall in acid. Pushed her in acid. Walk away.
Colin Baker was about to dump Mel Bush simply for putting him on an exercise bike. You know, I mean, come on.
we've got
That's like
JWC reviews in the chat. Tens Hoovian is also in the chat. JFO and TARDIS Spider. Well,
So then, Doctor, why didn't you go and save Adric now that you can break time and space for one person? Oh wait, you're not going to.
You got eaten by a dinosaur, don't you know?
We forget about
Promises as
Adric
well.
now.
So, Lee, you have someone in the chat that agrees with you?
Hey?
Oh, thank Christ, I'm not the only one who doesn't love that line.
Oh.
So there you go. You're not the only one that hates that line that Peter just said.
Good man. Good man. Well said, Jim Morphin.
Yeah, but then it's like that whole argument. Like, how many times has the Doctor had
It's
a chance
on the wall.
But it's
Look
like...
at the obvious on the wall. That's not at all a fucking clue.
Not a Cyberman's eye, really.
Sorry, I keep cutting across Charlotte. I'll shut up now.
No, it's all right. I was just saying that. But I think this whole argument has been for a while going on. Like, the Doctor's had so many chances to kill the Master, and he just doesn't. Like, every time. It's like, so there must be something in him that just, you can do these acts and he will just try to see the better side in you.
Yeah.
Well, the Doctor is just very bad at killing.
But it's more just that he won't give up, though. Maybe that's the better phrase.
Yeah.
Like, he will never give up. Even up to now, they just won't give up on the Master. And it's like, just leave them. They're sort of beyond your saving at this point, but they keep trying.
Yeah. It's Chris Addison with hair dye.
Yeah.
Obvious hair dye. He looks like JB Bammer in that image.
And also, I can't help but find it funny. He's in Doctor Who, and he's still playing the character he was in all the shows at this point.
Yeah.
He was playing.
Bill Nye of comedy, isn't he? Really?
He's always the awkward, like 20-something office worker.
Yeah.
This was impressive enough. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, you're basically dead and you're in heaven.
True.
Or
You're in a
some weird,
cyber matrix.
or some weird purgatory.
Or a cyber matrix. There we go.
So, from my understanding, is this basically in effect they've made your soul digital?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, they've taken people's souls. It's one of those Deus Ex things, you know. It's not
Yeah.
really explain how they do it because
Yeah, that's what I was
obviously
just
you
thinking
can't.
watching
But
it.
I mean, think about it. If there's 6 or 7 billion people on the planet
Yeah.
and there's like so many millions dying every day, I mean, how busy is this poor guy? You know?
Yeah. And I thought Cyberman's brains had to still be alive.
Well, we got regenerating dead cyber time lords now,
Don't.
so I mean,
Yeah,
anything's bloody possible, right?
Yeah.
Their law has now been so mangled.
It's like you've been melted.
Yeah. Now the cyber corpses.
I love the way he says, "We're here to bring your boyfriend back from the dead. Now, buck up."
Yeah.
Should be some attitude. Well, she's got plenty of that. And...
Yeah.
But how do you go to the afterlife or wherever they think they're going to bring someone back if they're not corporal? I don't get it. Like, okay,
Yeah.
but let's not think about it too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
when you watch a Stephen Moffat story,
Sit
you
back,
don't think
consume.
about it and just enjoy it.
Well, it's all
Yeah.
fairy tale, isn't it? Really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his
pretty much.
era was fairy tale. Yes.
It was a bit Harry Potter, wasn't it?
Oh, Chris is too busy for us. He's got to make a very important phone call.
Good
but I
man,
just-
guys.
Hello to the president.
I've
Who's
just
that,
thought
Chris
that
Burge or Chris Chibnall?
Mm.
Sorry, Charlotte.
if this is the creation of Missy though, like this is very master-like thing to create.
Yeah.
Because it is in an actual building though, isn't it? I've just thought near the end it is revealed it's actually in a building. So
It's St. Paul's, isn't it?
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's actually a TARDIS.
So
Yeah.
they
I
must
think inside
be...
the St. Paul's, yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
there is a physical aspect to it then, is all I'm thinking.
I always thought the garden was TARDIS in some way, like, you know, when she's
Yeah.
spinning around the fountain.
Yeah. I always thought Deepwater Institute was actually a TARDIS. I just didn't realise it.
There's a scene in this where there's a red telephone box. I believe that could also be a TARDIS.
Yep. But again, her chameleon circuits actually is working, so could be
Yeah.
anything.
Although the when they come out and it's St. Paul's, I mean, it could be just another dimensional thing connected to the sphere or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who knows? It's
I
never
know.
really explained.
Yeah. It's Stephen Moffat.
But I think it's quite a sort of terrifying but ingenious idea of like
Oh, I did enjoy it.
whatever the soul things are, whatever Danny is, whatever these people are, they feel everything their body goes through. I'm like, yeah, that would be absolutely like
Purgatory.
horrible and beyond imagining to try and get your head around.
Yeah.
And that would be the perfect way to make people delete their emotions. It's just so macabre and brilliant.
Yeah.
Even
I do like
Missy's
this.
voice there, yeah.
I
She's
love
doing
it.
the ad.
And the music, of course. The Elgar.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's just browsing.
The rest of your life. You see, he's uneasy, he's sensing
Yeah.
something there already. I love this.
She just planted one on him. I look at Clara's face. Everybody is Clara's face right now.
Kiss
know.
on the nose. Love it.
I know with that kiss, like it's almost like he's giving a tenant a run for his money. Like that is a proper snog, isn't it?
That was a proper one, all right.
Like Madam, whatever her name is, eat your heart out. Like it's not. She didn't get us nowhere near as much action as Missy just did.
Yeah, right. She just said really interactive. You know, that would have been better. Range of
Michelle, though, is just something else, isn't she?
Yeah.
Come on, he must know she's not a droid. I mean, he does now.
Or a very
knows.
realistic one.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's probably clicked the hearts now, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Captain King! The way she just... It reminds me of London back in the fucking... back in the fucking 1600s or so, like some album would call Captain King!
Yeah, like a sort of in a Charles Dickens book. The old woman in those.
Well, she's like the Victorian, isn't she?
Yeah, she's... Oh, what was she called? Miss Havisham?
Yeah.
In Great Expectations?
Yeah. Mixed with Miss Mulligan from Annie.
Yes.
Or whatever her name was, I can't remember. Halligan, was it Halligan?
Halligan rings a bell with me now. You've said it.
Yeah, I think it was Miss Halligan or Hannigan or something like that.
But you know what
Miss Hannigan.
You know what Michelle's doing though. She's purposely playing, isn't she? With that sort of nannies and Victoriana stuff.
Sure, Moffat gave us a hint there because if you listen to the music very carefully, there's hints of the John Sim music incorporated. Yeah. It's just slight, but you can hear it.
Now, I think watching this again, like, Russell gets a lot of praise, which he should for the whole Utopia moment with Jacoby. But I think Missy's just as good of a reveal. Like, it's slower. It's sort of like this drip, drip, drip until the end, and you go, oh, God, of course it's the Master. Because he makes you think it's Rani, doesn't he?
Yeah.
On purpose. He sort of misdirects you for a bit.
Yeah.
And he said that he didn't want to bring the Rani back because no one would know who she was.
Classic.
You misunderestimate the fandom. You forget.
Then they're not Doctor Who fans. Go away.
But what I love about Michelle and like it's her eyes, you can just sense this predator.
Yeah.
This sort of
she's
something.
She's cunning.
Yeah.
Mental but cunning. You know.
Yeah, but we've not got like crazy shouting yet, which I like. It's like no, you can just sense there's something dark. There's something you don't want to mess with. Yeah.
Oh, he's tapping in his memories. I mean, this was kind of like the fourth scene in Sherlock.
What, with John flashbacks?
Yeah.
When he's in the war?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, though, I don't know what you guys feel. This whole, like, extra backstory reveal of the kid, that should have been hinted at before this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we know this, obviously, we knew the soldier stuff, but I think Moffat, for it to have the impact I think he wanted in this episode, it shouldn't have just come out the blue. Because that's a major thing he's done.
Exactly. The groundwork for Danny Payne and the child should have been done in the very first episode when they introduced them.
Yeah, because also think about it. He's a school teacher. Like, would that not be a massive trigger?
Yeah.
So there should have been something.
But then that would have explained a lot of Danny's the way Danny was carrying on throughout the series when he did appear, the way he behaved why he was like the way he was. So yeah, Moffat did it actually backwards, didn't he? He gives it us all in the end what we criticized Chibnall for, and that's what Moffat started doing. But Moffat's writing was still better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or whoever wrote this one. I think Moffat normally wrote the two parters.
Moffat wrote this one. I don't know if he wrote the second part. He wrote Dark Waters.
Well, this is the second last episode, so I think he writes the finales.
So clearly he's wearing polyester and not wool.
Yeah.
And hold on a minute, metal is organic. So how comes his watch didn't? So
Yeah.
okay, picking hairs.
It's for a cool
Malcolm
reveal,
Tucker.
okay?
Good.
It's so we can have that moment with the Cybermen. And also so we can have that funny joke about swimming pools in a bit.
Yeah.
Love the little subtle Malcolm Tucker reference there.
Yes.
All
Swearing.
this swearing.
Internalized anger.
This was a controversial line, wasn't it? I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck off, Clara.
And then she just repeats that she'll be fine, even though the doctor said she'll be fine. She just wanted to be an arrogant piece, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like at this point, he's done a major favour for you. Why have your little attitude issues with him?
He's gone to this afterlife to save your
Yes.
boyfriend, and you're making quips about him in a derogatory manner. Like, shut the fuck up, you ungrateful cow.
Like after
Certainly
you did the whole tricking the keys in the lava like you thought you had. He's gone here. He's been basically the whole episode saying, "Come on, we're gonna do it," and it's like you still got attitude, girl. Like,
after betraying him as well.
Yeah.
It's a real pain in the backside in this episode.
Show a bit of humility for once.
Yeah.
Or just thankfulness would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for a season's time though.
Yeah, we've only got one more episode in this season to go, I think so.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about season 10 because Bill reminded us she's gay every 5 minutes.
I love season 10 though. I think season 10's underrated though. Yes, she does tell us that she's into
200
women.
times.
But other than that, the stories are still very good, man. I have a soft spot for series. I'll defend
I
series 10.
know. I like season 10 as well.
Yeah, so I don't think you can defend Puddle Girl. That's all I'll say.
Puddle Girl, yeah, but you know what annoyed me about that whole thing, right? Is Puddle Girl starred in the first episode, and then he does a Chris Chibnall, and he doesn't bring her back to the last episode where I expected to believe what she did to save. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just you build that shit up, man.
I know, but the most hilarious thing about season 10 is she keeps saying it in front of Nardole, and you know what Matt Lucas did in Little Britain? He was the only gay in the village. He told everyone he was gay every 5 minutes.
I do look. I have to say it's sad when they're saying goodbye to each other, though.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Now that's what I'll say. For all the rubbish he gave Capaldi writing wise,
this is the controversial bit.
Yeah.
He gave him such a brilliant send off.
Yeah. Oh, this is that message.
Yeah.
Sadly, I'd already guessed that Missy was the master at this point.
I didn't.
I did. I thought Missy, master. Oh God, they went there. No, I don't mind it now. Obviously, season 9, but
Yeah, we all knew it. So, well, no, I couldn't believe people didn't believe it was the master. It's like, yeah, come on, Missy, master, duh.
I love this scene coming up, though. This is epic.
Yeah.
This scene with all the skeletons.
Especially when, like, before you've seen the heads move a bit, like, that's proper creepy. So you know there's something up with them, but when you see the proper reveal, it's like, oh, okay, we've got a Cyberman story.
Yep.
Because I honestly think Moffat wrote the Cybermen better than he wrote the Daleks. He seemed to get the Cybermen better.
Yeah, I think Doug Adams couldn't get the Daleks either. He thought they were robots.
I think that's because Moffat naturally can write body horror, can naturally write the more horror type, so they just suit his style a lot more.
Yeah.
And that was very convincing. Oh, Clara. Oh.
Oh, that just gave it away. Just gave it away.
Good advice. I'm missing something. I was missing something here. Yeah, something obvious. Da, da, da.
He always does, though. Do you remember the scene with Matt Smith's doctor with Rory? See the Centaurian, they did the music there. Same thing. He's harping back. See, he's harping back to that scene because Matt Smith's doctor says, "Oh, Rory, I'm missing something. It's right there in front of me, like, and it's him."
No.
And I still think, like, I know some people don't think this, but I think the Master would do a gender change just to get
she would.
It's like yes, like the Master doesn't care about their body like the Doctor can at times. There's no vanity there. It's just their body. So they'd go, do you know what? So the Doctor completely is blindsided.
Yeah.
I'll be female. And I'll like kiss him and I'll purposely play with that female aspect.
Teensy little Fibette.
Oh, no. I mean, she was just cold, wasn't she, though?
Yeah.
I mean, she plays proper evil.
Say something nice. Oh.
He should have said something nasty.
I'm not going to kill you until you say something nice.
I do love this design of Cybermen, though.
Did you hear that? I'm not going to kill you until you say something nice.
Yep, exactly.
I'll be with you in a moment. It's just like... Ah.
They're not really Cybermen, they're technically Movellans.
God, she's so arrogant.
In fairness,
Surely you
girl,
remember
just to
the,
let you know,
the name
girls
of the
and ladies,
restaurant.
don't ask men questions like that, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
surely you must know.
Ask
You must
different questions,
remember.
but never
I'm
ask what
Clara
first restaurant and
Oswald.
all of that shit.
I'm Clara
Yes.
Oswald.
We
You
don't.
must
We don't remember. Like we don't do it on purpose. We're just thick.
Are you talking over me again? Stop it.
Nobody's talking at you.
And also, it's like, Clara, he's a little bit emotional right now. He's a
Yeah.
little bit messed up right
Yeah,
now.
he's just died, and all you're concerned about is your fucking
Yeah.
self again.
Lee, this is a TARDIS, though. We all talk over each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We've got the golden rule.
Duh.
But my point is, even a normal bloke would find that hard. You've got a very emotional bloke right now. Like, she should have said something like, remember, like that whole conversation they had about the doctor, and like what he he should have said something like, tell me the warning you gave me about the doctor, because that's a bit more of a bigger event. That
I'm
he will
Romana.
probably remember.
I'm Romana. So you have stairs, not a Dalek.
He knows now. He knows.
Oh, this look. Say something nice.
Plus, the chemistry between Capaldi and Gomez is so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So much fun.
Fuck off, Clara. Fuck off. Just stop. God, you monstrous cow. Danny.
And also, she's a bit thick.
What does she?
Like
Oh.
at the end when she's like, when Danny's like, "Don't say that." It's so obvious. Like, love, he's telling you what he's thinking. Just don't. And she just says it again. I love
Come
you.
on, he's got the personality of a wet doormat. You know, like
Yeah.
just accept that's him. You know. Oh god.
Good bit of music, though, this one.
Oh, please do. Then you'll feel an idiot when you realise. Chloro.
Yeah, but Lee, you know it'll only last for about an episode, and then she could go back to her usual self.
Yeah. Yappy Pomeranian.
Oh, you silly bitch. Just sorry, but
Missing
come
calls
on.
are there in series 9, technically.
You can tell that
So
Lee
annoying.
certainly does not like Clara in this episode.
Oh my god, this is the worst she's been, I think. Really can't handle it.
Oh,
This bit
Danny
threw
is
me, actually.
devastated.
I thought the Great Intelligence might be involved in this bit.
You can remove all your emotions.
And Clara, you could argue,
Delete,
is part
delete.
of the reason he does this. So
Yeah,
she's also
she's the reason he died. She's the reason why he became a Cyberman.
It's like she
Those were
killed him.
incessant nonsense.
Come on, if you were dating Clara Oswald, you'd become a Cyberman too, just to get rid of the pain.
Well, if I was dating Danny Pink, I'd switch off as well.
Yeah.
Oh, Clara. Oh, Clara.
Time for a
Delete.
deletion.
Delete.
It's a Twitter Cyberman.
Yeah, you will be like us, otherwise you will be cancelled.
Yeah, cancel.
I have to say, Moffat did slimline them down.
Yes.
I
They're
hate
nowhere
the
near as
stompy
bulky.
anyway.
Still stompy, but not
Oh,
as
this
bulky.
scene is my favourite scene.
This is a great scene.
Oh, I love it. When he guesses.
There's her TARDIS. There it is, I reckon.
Yeah.
You see another shot with it behind her.
Oh, yeah. I think it's St. Paul's, mate. Fake
It
door.
looks like St. Paul's to me, yeah. And it looks like that is legitly they filmed it with the Cybermen there. So it just I love it when they do these things. I love it.
The red phone
Here
box
we
behind
go.
you.
Here we go.
Here
Here
we
we
You
go.
see the Doctor's soul break. There you go. It's broken.
I'm Missy.
Ah!
Trying to keep up.
There goes his soul.
His look of horror. It's like,
That's
oh,
I love this bit. Now watch the bit here with her mouth. That's exactly what Sacha Dhawan did. But, you know, it was just like, what a rip-off.
yeah, but that's
He
the problem. Sasha just became a rip-off of like all of them.
Yeah.
By Timeless Child.
It was trying to do a Missy.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, go on, press it, mate. I would.
Oh, the kid just showed up. And to be continued. Diddle-de-doo, 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 diddle-de-doo. Boo-boo. Anyway, that's Clara done. Yeah, we'll just call it Clara, the episode Clara, because it should have been called Clara.
Clara Oswald.
Look, I'll just get straight into it. Other than her ridiculousness, the episode is actually quite good. The chemistry that is being mentioned, the chemistry between Peter Capaldi and Michelle Gomez, anytime they're in the scene, they just chew up the screen. Man, it's unbelievable. I'm actually going to rate this 8 out of 10. It's getting dropped 2 because of the Danny Pink, Clara bleeding side nonsense. To be quite honest, and that's what it is. It's just side nonsense to get to this whole main story. This is the next episode where he does the Brigadier in the fucking cyber. So I've just realised now.
Make Lee think about that until he has
Rusty
to watch.
and the Brig.
Anyway, I'm just going to be short and brief about it. It's a solid episode. Look, it's one of the better episodes in this series. Next series it does really improve, but this is a good one. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for me. You guys in the chat give you our scores while we go around the panel, and we will start with the Queen first.
Yeah, same faults really.
Which one?
Two, you can guess them. Clara just being completely insufferable. The Doctor does a massive favour. Like, it's not even a favour; it's beyond that, and she's still snappy and a bit snarky. And it's just like, just learn humility, love. Like, you should have learned it ages ago at this point, but you haven't. And Danny, like, that's a major thing that he killed a child. And it's just never brought up. It's never, like, built up to. It's never hinted at. Moffat just sort of drops it on us. So,
yeah, there's no signs of PTSD up until that very moment. Again, that's abysmal, really.
There's a bit of PTSD with the soldier angle, but it's such a generic way it's written that it could mean anything. So, my point is, it needed to be linked to the idea of a child more, or killing an innocent more. Like, then you could sort of see it. But those are my only negatives, because otherwise, I forgot how good Michelle was until I watched this again. She embodies the part. She loves it. She's chewing scenery up. She's playing with her voice. She's playing with how much like theatre she can be. And that's what you need to do. If you're going to do a major change, this is how you do it. You actually have a real force behind it. You pick an actress who can definitely pull it off, who's got the acting chops, and I think has a real confidence about her. Missy comes across as so sure of herself, and that's just also what you needed to do to make the master female. And I think the whole idea of souls like being harvested and being sort of put in this purgatory to become Cybermen, that's a really nice sort of modern, I think, take on how you would get Cybermen. And the whole the clip when you hear the fella begging not to be burnt, when he goes, "Don't cremate me, don't cremate me," that is like nightmare inducing. That image of just feeling that would, like I said, so that's just so cruel and perfect for the master. And I think Capaldi, you see also brilliant acting. At the beginning, you saw the anger, and then later on, you see the shock, and then you see him be a bit funny. Like, he does a lot of different sides to his Doctor here, and it's nice to see Capaldi get that. So yeah, I'll give this an 8, knocking off marks for basically Danny and Clara.
Fantastic. PD.
Yeah, I like this episode. It's one of the better ones of the season. I just love Missy. That scene where she breaks the Doctor's spirit is just amazing.
Yeah.
You can just see it crunching right in front of you. I think the letdown is the whole Clara Danny Pink thing, and it's just Clara being very selfish at the beginning. Kind of this big letdown for the episode, but the rest of it is great. I mean, it's a great episode. The only thing I don't like is the Cybermen are now spirits based, not brain based. But hey, that's Moffat for you. So I'll give it an 8.
Fantastic. 8 around the board so far. Of course, we know Lee, he'll probably go with 8.5 or 7.5 because he has to be different, but I could be wrong. He could rate it lower.
He's an Apple
Or he could give it a 10. You never know, but we'll ask him. We'll only find out by asking. So, Lee, knock yourself out.
I missed something.
Yeah. I thought when I first watched this was the best episode from Series 8. And rewatching it, I still believe that. But again, I think the development between Danny Pink and Clara was really not fully developed. I think if you were going to develop something like that, you would develop it over a couple of seasons. Because that sort of loss, I mean, it was well played by Clara, by Clara, the
Jenna Coleman, but it would have had more of emotional impact, I think, is what you're saying, yeah.
Exactly. And I think that was lacking somewhat. And the whole Danny Pink part of the story was, I couldn't give a toss. And like even the story with the kid, I think absolutely right, Charlotte, that really needed to be more presaged. Yeah, it needed some. It needed something there to sort of really bring the PTSD element into focus somewhat more. I think it just lacked that build up. Missy, phenomenal. Michelle Gomez, I adore her. I've adored her since Green Wing and that cop show she did, that comedy cop show she did. I can't remember what it's called now, but she's just brilliant. I mean, she's always playing herself, really, but I mean, we just love that anyway.
Yeah, she's a weird personality all the same, isn't she? But you'd love to spend time with her because you'd have some fun with her, wouldn't you?
You would. I would love to go to a party with her, right? I think we'd have a laugh.
Yeah, you would. She'd be winding you up and all dark humor.
That'd be amazing.
Love that.
Oh my god, I love it. And Capaldi is great. That line that everyone sort of thinks is so profound. I just think it's bloody stupid. I mean, she's done absolutely nothing really to earn that. I mean, okay, maybe she did in his last incarnation where she went through his timeline and saved him and all the rest of it.
Well, she did save him with that line in the episode before as well. In fairness, I get where you're coming from. It is a kind of a line like it. Do you think I think so little of you that I wouldn't help you?
If I were him, I would have chucked her in the volcano.
I think
I mean, she was insufferable during it. Like, okay, I get it, grief and all these, but I mean that she can still find time to find bits of humor and to make mocking noises. But you know, she's just I don't know what Moffat was thinking. But Jenna Coleman, bless her, she was given what she was given, and it just seemed like he didn't know really what to do with her anymore. Like once the Impossible Girl thing had run its course, it just became the impossibly obnoxious girl.
Yeah, she should have left after that storyline. I think that was a nice little. The Impossible Girl would have been nice. She should have left with Matt Smith, actually. Peter Capaldi should have. Do you know what? I would say this. I think Peter Capaldi and what's her name? Pearl Mackie.
Yeah.
Would have been great for the season.
Day
season
one,
8. Yeah. I think it was and look, there's nothing personal against Jenna Coleman because I absolutely adore her as an actress. I think she's a great actress. You know, I mean, she's come from Emmerdale and look at the career she's forged since then, and she deserves it because she's talented. But Moffat's big problem with Clara Lee, I think, is that once he did, as you said, he didn't know what else to do with our character.
Yeah.
That's why I can't understand why he kept her. Why didn't they just say, listen, Clara, we've done, Jenna, we've done your story now. Yeah. Maybe we'll, or maybe ease in a new companion. Yep. Like what they did with Martha Jones. When Martha Jones decided to leave the TARDIS and all, and that's the way they probably should have done it and got her out. But I agree. I think she stayed a season or two. She should have left after Matt Smith. But go on anyway, Lee. Finish what you were saying.
No, agreed. 100%. So yeah, I mean, some good extra cast members in this. I'm really bad with their names, but it's Addison, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, they're really good. And I'd never noticed that before, but she said, say something nice. But she would say, if you say something nice,
before I kill you. Say something nice
like
before.
That,
yeah, she said, say something nice before I kill you. But he wasn't hearing it that way, and I don't think the rest of us were hearing it that way.
No, it's the first time I picked up on it.
I think it was like everybody is saying, well, say something nice and I won't kill you. But that's not what she said. She actually says, say something nice before I kill you. So she's basically telling him, you're dead anyway. You're dead anyway.
We're going to have a bit of fun, basically, before...
Do you know what I would have done? I would have done when I heard that line, just said to her, okay, say something nice. I'll say something nice. You look like the back end of a donkey's arse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right,
miserable working with you.
No, would she have killed me then? Because she said say something nice. She said something horrible.
That's true. She might have gone, I'll keep you around. You speak your mind. Then we had the new Cybermen thingies, and they weren't new, were they? They're the same design as some Nightmare in Silver, which is atrocious. But it's funny how they move super fast in that, but not in this. I don't know, because plot needs to happen. Stompy story. I like the idea of the dark water. I like all the little clues dotted around. And I remember everyone watching it was at the time going, "Oh my god!" What would I give it? I do like it. I love the reveal of Missy, even though I knew it, but it was just great to hear it. I was quite excited by it. This is before all the nonsense that we see today with everything being race and gender swapped and all the rest of the nonsense. But it really worked for the Master, for me anyway. I know a lot of people disagree, but I liked it. What would I give it out of 10? I think I'll have to go along with everyone else. Say 8 out of 10.
He did that deliberately. He was going to give it a 7.5, and he changed his mind because I called him out on it. I'm only messing. I agree. No, you're absolutely spot on. I think you're spot on. I think everybody's been spot on. This is an 8 out of 10. It is a good episode. There are a few elements.
It's the same as a Moffat finale, two-parter. The second half lets it down, but hey,
the saving grace to this episode is Michelle Gomez and Peter Capaldi. I mean, even the very first scene with them, you could tell, and Lee picked up on it. You could tell that the Doctor is. You could tell that as soon as he meets her, He's very uncomfortable. He's always looking around him and walking around in the circle. You notice he's walking around in a circle so he can keep eye contact all the time. So he already knew there was something up with her. But like the doctor, it always takes them a while to figure out things, doesn't it? I mean, that's the funny thing about them. You think after 900 odd years of space and time,
Time wasn't supposed to sense each other, aren't you know? What happened there?
It's like psychic, yeah.
So yeah, it is. But next week's episode, Jay. But look,
we didn't talk about the concept, like the concept of the afterlife, and which is running throughout the whole series,
that kind of
and the Matrix technology.
Nah, do you know why that kind of made me feel uneasy? Is the fact when your man brings up, the dead are still conscious and they know everything that's happening to them. That's my fear if I die, and I think that is everybody's fear.
But that's what successful Doctor Who does. It makes.
I know. I agree. I agree with you.
Those
Absolutely,
things are scary.
Makes you uneasy.
But this was very controversial. This isn't like your average, refuse bin turning into a into a man-eaten monster. This is like something that is a deep-seated fear in people, and this was so controversial at the time. I remember, and I think it's quite. What were the three W's again? I couldn't remember. What was the three W's? What were they? Someone we were talking. I can't remember.
Did he actually say what the three W's were?
I thought they did.
I think they were gonna explain it, but then they cut to the scene where they said, "Oh, they're very conscious."
I think they said the first two, and then they purposely didn't say the third.
What was the first two?
I can't even remember the first two, but yeah, I think there was a moment when they were about to say something, and then they just stopped, probably because of the controversy, or they knew they couldn't go that far.
Yeah, because I it's been so long since I've watched this, but like, I think they do say what it is. Maybe we were talking at the time. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Anyway, it is a very interesting episode.
Don't cremate me was the I thought, but that's not W though, is it?
Yeah, but wasn't it not the three W's? I don't know.
Oh, the three words. The 3 words.
Oh, 3 words.
Don't
yes.
me.
So don't cremate me. Yeah. They were the 3 words. So yeah, that's scary, but that's what you're right. Absolutely spot on. That's what good Doctor Who is supposed to do.
There.
So absolutely, but yeah, look, good. It is a good episode, but the next one is shit. But it doesn't matter. We're nearly finished that era. We'll be finished that era, and then I think we got the special first.
It's shit, but it's not total shit.
What is the special, actually? Hold on. We better check.
So no, not that one. Oh, God.
So what's the special?
Last Christmas.
Oh, God.
It's the I don't like that. No, I did like it, right? But
I thought we weren't doing the specials. I thought because we didn't do the specials for the other ones.
Did we not do these other specials?
No, because you said, we'll do those at Christmas or something.
Oh, yeah.
And we never did. You never did.
Yeah, you're right. We're doing the special. We'll do the specials this Christmas. Yeah, we didn't do it last Christmas because, I don't know what happened there, but I think I enjoyed myself too much over the Christmas. I think that's what it was. But we will do them because actually,
you mean you were pissed?
After Christmas dinner, I don't really do anything except sit around and let my stomach fucking settle down after eating all that fucking food. So maybe when I'm sitting down and feeling fat, I can come on and do a we'll do a couple. Yeah, but other channels were supposed to do Christmas specials along with me. It was supposed to be a thing that we were organising and nobody wanted to do it. So
I think I can remember we watched the Voyager. Well, when it's Titanic, we watched
the Voyager, one. The Damned. Oh, actually, we did. You tell me I didn't do Christmas specials.
No, we didn't. We didn't do them all. We did like 2. We did that.
Listen, I was winning there. Shh. I was winning.
Yeah. Well, enjoy your winning the one-legged race. With 2 legs.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 legs, so you're all right. Anyway, let's do what we normally do at the end of these streams. Everybody do their channel shout outs and just leave it there. Shut up now. Yeah, do the channel shout outs. So we'll start with Queen Charlotte.
Yeah, so Type 40, we're on a little break of the live streams, mainly until Jodie's final episode airs. So you'll see us in a week or a couple of weeks' time it's back for live shows, but I have recorded a review of the Jodie episode, which should be coming out at some point on the Spacebook, so watch out for that.
That's brave.
Well, I had fun with Dan and Carl. And then, obviously, you'll catch me on Scottish Davos and Friends Wrestling with Pop Culture.
And that's a mouthful just to say that. I mean, Daniel comes up with some great names, but Jesus Christ, man, I even struggle with that one myself. And sometimes I mix the words around. But yeah, check out Daniel, because Daniel will be coming back. We do talk behind the scenes, so you know he fills me in when he needs to fill me in on stuff. So he keeps me up to date. So he'll be back soon as well. And of course, you know, yeah, everybody's Chris is putting in the channels, yeah. So that's it. Who's next? PD.
Hey, you can go and see Jack on his channel. Go see Gobby Guy and go see Rabbi on his channel. Seriously, I've forgotten who I'm streaming with now. Who am I streaming with?
You're streaming with me.
Oh, okay. Hi, Noel. I'm streaming with you.
Okay.
Oh, subscribe to this channel as well.
By the way, he has a cold, so he's probably on very strong medication. So
I was going to say,
don't mind PD. PD is good. Let PD be.
I'm back in university mode as well.
Yeah, so let him have his little medicine buzz. We all know.
Yeah, you need to be highly medicated for that culture.
I need my Tylenol.
Anyway, our last but not least, it's the least controversial person on the channel, Colin Bean.
Yes. All right. You can find me on Instagram at Ordred Audiovisual, the same as my YouTube channel, Ordred Audiovisual. And who knows, now that we have confirmed that Twitter is being bought by Elon Musk, who knows, I might return.
Right, listen. Right. It is good that he is buying it now, but I'm going to say something here that's going to surprise everybody. We mustn't get caught up in all of this thing called revenge, right? Now, are there some radical leftist people on Twitter that shouldn't be on Twitter? Absolutely. And I think they should be removed. Okay? But I also think that applies to some of the radical right that are on the platform as
Anyone radical, really.
Yeah, exactly. So what I would like him to see is to stick to what he said when he originally said he was going to buy Twitter, that he was going to make sure that it was a place for everybody, but a safe place for everybody. Now, what I'd like him to introduce is what Instagram does. If you get suspended on Instagram or your account gets removed, they block your IP address. Now, I'd like to see that happen to the trolls that are on Twitter, because it's getting worse with every year. It's worse. Literally, Jodie Whittaker's episode hasn't even started yet, right? Hasn't started. The centenary special hasn't even aired yet.
Oh, they're ramping up on.
And they're already on me back. They're already on my back. Actually, I've sent Lee screenshots. I got more screenshots of horrible, disgusting things sent to me, right? I hasn't even started yet and they're prepared. So here's a word to you all, yeah? Okay, I know you all celebrated the other day because you thought the actress from She-Hulk bodied me or pigeoned me or whatever other word you come up with. The fact of the matter, and this is the fact of the matter, and Dan from the Spacebook backed me up on this. All you saw there was an actress that deflected and didn't answer my question. And then when I retweeted her and I asked her, who did the genre forget? Are you talking basically rubbish? She didn't reply. Now, she's been retweeting people, okay? And what's happened is, unfortunately, some of those people, and some that we even know, have been sent death threats because she retweeted it because she didn't agree with us, right? So I asked her out straight. I said it to her. Who did the genre forget? Who told women, who told black people and all these other groups that people moan about, who told you that you couldn't read comic books, watch the movies, watch the TV shows? Who told you that you couldn't? Nobody didn't tell you that, right? The genre didn't forget anybody. The genre was written for the people that actually enjoyed it and watched it. That's the thing. You don't understand, right? The genre appealed to the people that actually liked the genre, right?
Yeah.
The genre didn't forget anybody. Nowadays, okay, people are a bit more open to watching comics and comic book shows and all of this, right? And read comics now, right? But it was different back then, right? But you still don't disrespect the IP or move away from the IP, right? And you don't make changes to the IP because you think that changes need to be made, right? At the end of the day, this genre didn't. It's the same with Doctor Who. We hear from them. Oh, Doctor Who wasn't inclusive to women. It wasn't inclusive to this group and that
Women
group.
weren't interested
No
in
Doctor Who fan
Yeah.
They
has
weren't
ever
interested in it. They weren't. When I
exactly.
was at school, I mean, that's why so many Doctor Who fans back in the 80s and all that. Well, so I was at school. If you told anyone that you were a Doctor Who fan, girls wouldn't touch you. If you were
They
into
laughed
girls,
at you.
they would laugh at you. They're not They were not interested.
No,
Yeah,
so
but
it's not
the
their
other-
fault. So don't
There were
punish us.
some, but there was a tiny amount. Not because they weren't welcome. It's just because that they just weren't interested.
Exactly, but don't punish
It's only
us.
after David Tennant, really, that it
Yeah.
became the thing.
But look,
And that's the
don't
fact.
punish us
That's
because
the fact.
people weren't
Yeah.
interested in these things years ago. That's not our fault. That's not our fault, right? But all these IPs, you don't understand, do have a fandom, right? Because the people that did actually give these shows and movies a go back in the day and read the comics, you know, they're loyal to it. So when they see new fans like yous come in, which is fine. Nobody's saying we don't want new fans, but when you come in and start dictating, oh well, this character should be non-binary, or this character should be gender swapped, or this character should be gay. Like, I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
But
You
there's
respect
another-
the IP, and I'm sick of Hollywood. I'm sick of all these studios being lazy. If you cannot make original content for LGBTQ plus people and people of color, as you say, and all these other groups, well, then you shouldn't be doing it. It's disrespectful. You are lazy.
So we
All
just
right?
keep it to LGBT, right? The
Yeah.
Q plus
And
thing
then,
doesn't exist.
listen, she tried to put words in my mouth, right? And everybody, Mr. Tarda's reviews, and I will mention his name here, decided to retweet that tweet where she apparently bodied me. So now I have all the Doctor Who J-bots on me back because of him, because of that,
Naturally.
right? But when I retweeted her response to me, I says, who did the genre forget? I said, no. I said, I'd appreciate you don't put words in my mouth. That's not what I said. I said, you said that this genre had forgotten people. This genre didn't forget anybody. The people that you know what I mean? So that's the point I made. Did she reply back to that? No. Did she reply back when I told her that her supporters were harassing and sending death threats to people? No, but she put out a tweet to say, if you don't like the show, there's no need for you to be a hater. We're all fans at the end of the day, or something like that. But you won't put out a tweet condemning your own support for sending death threats to people I know, right? And it's death threats to other people. No. And then, you know what she did? She keeps silent for a couple of days. And I've been reading a lot about this actress, right? And she has previous. But then, no, she did then. She could back out and start opening her mouth again. She's in the Star Trek universe now. I am screwed because I'm actually liking 2 shows. And she's going to be in one of them. I just know it. And she's just going to... Oh, man, I don't like her. I just don't like her as a person. I think she's very controversial. I've even read there's a conspiracy theory out there, which I won't repeat because I'll probably get myself into trouble, but go and read it. Apparently she's faking shit and all, and she came out at a certain time and all of this, and it's all a big fucking thing to her. I don't know. But I have said this in the past. Isn't it funny how some of these actors and actresses come out all of a sudden and the timing of it? Well, the timing of her coming out apparently has been questioned. And there's other stuff that she has said and stuff. By the way, Lee, because you're English and PD, by the way, did you know that she changed some of your laws in your country?
Who was that?
Yeah, Jamelia, whatever her name is, the actress out of... Yeah, apparently she changed laws in your country. She changed laws in your country.
Who was in charge at the time? Was it Labour?
right?
Was it Tony
So,
Blair?
well, that's what she's saying. But I'm pretty sure if I don't really give a shit. I could check it out. She probably hasn't. She probably lobbied or something, and
Oh, anyone
But-
can lobby. That's the problem.
She-
But to
she was
all you
probably
little
part of the
idiots out
group.
there that are coming after me, just one more thing, Charlotte, and then I'll let you jump in. But to all you idiots out there jumping on the bandwagon here and thinking that like she ended me, she gagged me, was another one. My favourite was pigeoned, because I never heard that term before, but apparently it means being shit on. But she
Well,
didn't.
that's inventive.
All she showed was, like every actor and actress that is called out, right? All she showed is that
Shut and buy a
she
flying
tried
rat.
to twist me words. She tried to deflect, right? And she left it at that. She got exactly what she wanted, because then when she retweeted it, then she could turn around and say to her fans and her supporters, "Oh, look, there's another white male attacking me because he didn't like She-Hulk." Well, right, a better fucking show then, right? I was
No.
actually looking forward to She-Hulk, yeah? And it was a pile of shite. The acting was terrible, right? So do better. Respect the IP, and if you're not willing to respect the IP and come out with the rubbish that you say, the people the genre forgot. Nobody gives a shit. If I forgot people, that's their problem, not ours. They should have fucking watched it sooner. End of story. We're not going to be punished as fans anymore because these idiots think all of a sudden now it's their show. It's not, right? There was people here before you. Respect. Respect goes a long way. And yes, we do deserve respect because we're here first, right? We're the ones that kept the shows going. We're the ones that kept these franchises
The
going.
paying
So yes,
customer.
exactly. And that's all I said. So because she wrote up a tweet, yeah, genre forgot. And I said, so the people that don't matter, the fans, the people that buy the merch, that have supported these shows for years, and then she came back with all this. So you're assuming women, blah 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 blah, the usual bullshit out of her mouth. Anyway.
So no. So if she's the one who's quote pigeoning you, does that mean that she's the one shitting on you? And does that mean therefore that she is a flying rat?
All
Pretty
right. Well,
A
Yeah,
disease-riddled rat, flying rat. That's okay.
oh,
That's what
she's
you
on
want.
Star Trek Prodigy, and I love that show. Oh man.
Yeah, just ignore her voice now when she pops up.
We'll redub
Hopefully-
it for you. We'll redub
It'll
it.
be grand. She'll be probably be
Get
only in a
Charlotte to
couple of.
do it for
She'll
you.
be in a
Yeah.
couple of
No.
episodes. She won't be in a long term. Because she's even hinted at the fact that she doesn't even know if She-Hulk is getting a season 2, and if that's it, job
Maybe
done.
a character will get
Well,
killed
basically, you took the money,
off.
you don't give a shit, and you're gonna move on. See, this is why people don't like actors and actresses like this, because they actually don't care. They don't.
Remember when Hollywood used to be filled with actors and we knew nothing about them other than what photographs were taken and what the gossip was? But I mean, that was it. Social media killed the film star, it killed the TV star, killed the pop star, killed it stone dead because the mystique was removed. Because they open their mouths and their idiocy shines through.
It's a rarity now to get actors like Henry Cavill, like a few others, who realise I'm not going to annoy the fan base. I'm going to be very cordial and very nice to the fan base.
I love these
He's one of us.
No, I love these Witcher interview where the journalist was trying to actually get him to say so, and he goes, "No, I understand fans' frustrations and reactions and stuff," and he won a lot of people over them. But he's right. You know, we need more actors and actresses like him. You know, that understand that there's fans of these things, and the fans have to be respected. You lose the fans, it doesn't matter who you get in to watch your show, right? It's not going to last very long. Look at the shows that had a core fan base, but then the show and the actors and actresses then turned on the fans, the media turned on them, and then the fans walked away. Batgirl, that TV show, bleeding. I mean, how many actresses did that go through? And now it's finally big. None of these shows last. They don't last.
Oh my God. Jamelia is apparently suffering from Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah, that's what she's telling everybody. But there's people out there that are actually questioning and all of that.
It must be narcissistic personality disorder then.
No, it's not my place. Obviously, it's not my place to question because I'm not a doctor. But But in fairness, there is a conspiracy.
Just
I mean, apparently there's loads of shit on her on YouTube that you can check up, people calling her out and stuff. Now she has fought back and basically told people to where to go. She doesn't care. Even a photograph that she put up in the tweet, you could tell she doesn't care. She did it to get a reaction, and like fucking idiots, we all did react in the fandom. But she knew what she was doing, and I hate actresses like that. She's like Brie Larson. You know, they deliberately put out a tweet. Remember, Brie Larson put out a tweet a couple of weeks ago, and then that interview where she was asked, "Well, I don't know if I'm playing Captain Marvel. I don't know if anybody wants me." Well, I can answer that. Nobody wants you. You're right. Nobody wants you, right? Because you're a miserable cow, right? You can't even. That's the problem with her. She's just a miserable cow. She has resting bitch face all the time.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the Brie Larson now. Yeah, we're gone.
She is heavy maintenance, Brie Larson. That's probably why they're distancing herself.
Right. Yeah. Well, if they have any sense, man, they should recast that role now. I mean, look, it's in a state anyway, isn't it? The MCU, isn't it? So I mean, like recasting her probably be a blessing in disguise, but she has to go. She has to go. It's the same with Aquaman 2. Amber Heard, there is rumors that she has been removed, but we don't know.
On, she's gone.
She has to go. But Ezra Miller, and I will say this to DC, I know no DC executives are watching, but if there were, I would say this. I don't know how you can justify getting rid of the Batgirl movie. Yeah, okay, we all know it probably was shit and it tested screen shite and everybody saw the trailer and it was awful, right? But how you can justify keeping Ezra Miller's movie is beyond me. I'm sorry, but I hate to say this, but this is another movie that should be scrapped. I don't care who's in it. The movie should be scrapped. He's a violent thug. He choked out. Well, we all saw that video, right? He's a weird little cultist. He needs to be removed, right? He needs to be removed. I don't know how you are still allowing this guy's movie to be dropped, right? If you get rid of Batgirl, do the same. And another reason why I'm saying you should do that is because all of these nonsense people out there that are screaming racism because you got rid of the Batgirl movie. If you got rid of the Flash movie as well, you're actually showing everybody that you're not going to tolerate nonsense. You're not going to tolerate your actors or actresses stepping out of line. And if the product is not up to scratch, you're willing to fucking scrap it. Right? That's the balls that they should have. But they won't do it. The Flash movie will be released and people will watch it because there's certain actors and actresses coming back and they want to see it. But will I watch it myself? I don't honestly know. Right now, I could tell you I have no interest. We'll see when it gets closer to the time. But I'm still. Why would I want to watch? See, sometimes you can't separate the artist from the person.
No.
When they do something as horrible as that, I'm sorry. It can be difficult. You can do it sometimes.
Well, it's even harder when they're playing a character which seems to be very close to their own personality.
Yeah.
It's not like he's playing a very different character to what he's been like in the press.
Good Flash. See, he's at the ruiner because he is a good Flash. You know, he won a lot of people over. He did in the Zack Snyder's Justice League because the jury was still out on him, and then he won over people. And then we got to see that horrible video, and then we start seeing the stories, and then we heard he was holding people in some house and all of this. I can't say the words because you have to be careful. But I'm reading all of this, and I'm like, how can they still justify putting that movie out when you can Batgirl for being crap? Well, I'm sorry, you have to have standards. Your actor assaulted a woman, and we all seen it on camera, and now he's done
a pregnant woman, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then another woman with a chair.
Sorry,
yeah. I mean, how many incidents does that have to be? And Noel Clark mentioned it because his point is that, well, he was accused, right, by a newspaper, right? Now it's come back that nothing has actually happened. And there's someone in America, right? Now, he obviously thinks that, and we discussed it on this channel, he does believe that his cancellation has a racist element to it. Noel Clark. So he was actually
I
making
agree.
the point about Ezra Miller being white and still able to keep his job, even though he's actually being charged. That's the point Noel made. He's being charged with a crime. Noel hasn't. But yeah, Ezra gets to keep his job and get his millions, and Noel is being cancelled and has lost his career.
Yeah.
It doesn't make fucking sense, man. It doesn't make sense. But Hollywood's different to UK, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But
Very different.
but very, very different, yes. But look, we support, as you know, we support Noel Clark on this channel. He will be taking legal action against the Guardian. So look, the Guardian's lied. It's been verified by 4 other detectives. Noel Clark's going to win this, and he's going to win big. And all those people online that
Hopefully.
have been going around slandering them and defaming them, well, as soon as he will, they'll scramble. All their accounts will be protected, and they'll be scrambling, taking down their tweets. But as I said, don't bother. We have receipts. We like to keep the receipts just to stick it back to you to let you know how pathetic and how nasty yous are. Yous won't even believe the facts that are in front of you. Yous believe a newspaper article over the law of the land, which is baffling to me. Right? No matter what you think of the justice system works in there. Look, justice system in this country, in England, anywhere around the world has its problems, but the majority of the time it works, right? So and another thing as well, remember, these are the same idiots that were calling the police force racists. You remember? Remember all the lead Doctor Who said, the police are racist. Well, they're so racist, right? They've got an opportunity to lock a black man up for life, but there's no evidence, so they mustn't be corrupt. Because apparently they're racist, you know what I mean? So you don't even make any sense. It's their own arguments.
And it's only racist when other people do it, but when the virtuous, so untouchable, marvelous, bestest ever people say it's not racist.
Yeah, exactly. One rule.
No morality. No morality.
And one rule to rule them all.
Right, but right, forget about that though. Because there has been some Doctor Who kind of newsy now. Well, I wouldn't call it major news, but a lot of these actors that are in this fucking episode and actresses are coming out saying it's quite emotional.
Yeah, I'll be emotional when it ends.
Laughter is going to be the emotion.
Elated, I think.
And they're bigging it up. But they're bigging up. Apparently, this is going to be his best one. Yeah. He hasn't had terrible. He hasn't had the best one to even begin with, so it's not really going to be hard to top what he's already done.
I'm sorry, it's so good that the BBC, I will repeat, has not given a date, has not given a time slot, has not done a trailer like a Doctor Who trailer for it.
No,
nothing.
And it's not even in the centenary trailer that they put on BBC One. And I've noticed and the only reason why I noticed because I'm watching shows on BBC right now at the moment. And when that trailer comes up, EastEnders is there, Top Gear is there, but David Attenborough. David Attenborough.
Well, we know
no Doctor Who.
We know it's going to be on the 23rd anyway. I mean, it's pretty much a given.
Yeah, but the trailer is for the 23rd, and the weird thing is that Doctor Who is not included in the centenary trailer itself. Every other show is Antiques Roadshow, Country File, all of these shows, Blue Peter, right? But no Doctor Who in the trailer whatsoever. None.
But folks, it's okay. It's his best yet.
Is it 31st? Is it the 31st it's on, or the 23rd?
Yeah. No, the 23rd is the anniversary, I think, isn't it? Or is it the 31st? I don't know. I'm getting confused.
I honestly don't care. As long as I'm really, really drunk when it's on, because it's the only way I'll be able to cope with it.
So here's some of the headlines that we have. I'll read them out. So Digital Spy. Jodie Whittaker's last Doctor Who episode has a classic Easter egg. Okay, so you're baiting the fans with more member berries.
Well, we know what that is. It would be classic Doctors.
It would be a random prop from a random episode.
who were obviously roped in thinking it was the 60th anniversary, and will probably like sign the contract. Then we're told, and then worked out, oh shit, this isn't the 60th. This is the.
Here's some news. Peter Capaldi rules out Doctor Who 60th. I'd rather leave it as it is. That was the Radio Times 2 days ago. The reason why I haven't done any Doctor Who news is because it's a lot of articles repeating the same shit over and over, believe it or not. It's just different headlines now at this stage until there's actually something to actually talk about. But Sacha Dhawan tells everybody on Digital Spy what he took from the set. I wouldn't think there was that in words.
It's not worth much, Sasha. It's not worth much, mate.
And now, here's a weird story that came out. The David Tennant has had to deny that he's the next Doctor. Now, just bear with me for a second. Is this fandom so stupid and the media so stupid? He's the next Doctor.
Yes, Tennant is obviously
so why are you all asking David Tennant if he's the next Doctor? You fucking morons! When we already been told that Ncuti is Doctor 14.
Yeah,
he's the next Doctor. David Tennant's Doctor is an anomaly right now. Right? That's exactly what David Tennant's Doctor is. Stop with the nonsense. I know there's nothing to write about because your saviour, Chris Chibnall, hasn't given you this jack shit. But stop with the nonsense. David Tennant had to actually come out and deny he's the next Doctor because people are stupid in this fandom.
Oh, I know.
Seriously. What are you all at, man? What happened to this fandom? This fandom used to be full of brainy people. Well, actually, sorry. The brainy people have all walked away, haven't they? And what we're left with is
it's only idiots like us sticking around.
Well, we shouldn't have stuck around, but we did.
The pain.
Now, this was a news headline that did cause controversy on Twitter, right? Because The Guardian again, and then BBC News decided to frame it this way. But if you read the article, it was clearly a clickbait headline. But I think Charlotte knows this one. David Tennant jealous of incoming Doctor Who star Ncuti Gatwa. And then Twitter went crazy because how dare David Tennant be jealous?
What?
No, PD, he's not actually jealous.
No, I know. He's not actually jealous. Why would he be? He's not actually jealous. If you read the article, he's not jealous at all, right? He's not jealous of him becoming the Doctor.
These Jodie types and whoever's fanboying out for shooting all this. I can't believe how fucking moronic these people are. And seriously, I mean, this fandom news. I mean, growing up, Doctor Who was always written and made for intelligent 10-year-olds. These people are in their 20s and they're acting like they're 4-year-olds. It's insane.
Well, here's one for you. Ace,
not intelligent ones.
Ace apparently is going to wear her original jacket in the centenary. There has been some photos. And also former Doctor Who boss Stephen Moffat shares early Weeping Angel concept 8 hours ago on Radio Times. So that might be something to look into tomorrow. I might look into that one actually, because we haven't done a video on Stephen Moffat in a long time. And I'll link it into the new show because I've been watching Inside Man. Now I only watched the first 2 episodes. So I have to wait. I think the other 2 have already dropped. I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, last night it finished.
All right. So the 2 episodes will be there. So I'm going to watch the end of them. But so far, like Charlotte, I have to agree. It's very good. The thing that annoyed me was, though, is the start of it with the song, right? And then the song plays. Then that song plays a few more times again and again. I was like, right, if you kept the song out, it's perfect, right? But the writing, it's Stephen Moffat on form here. There's so much going on, but I think I've already kind of sussed what's going to happen. This is after 2 episodes, but I could be wrong. But this is Moffat. And I can't wait. RTD then. I only thought of this, right? And you probably already would have known this, but this is how slow I am. So Moffat is writing for Peter Capaldi. No, RTD is writing for Peter Capaldi. Moffat is writing for David Tennant.
He's writing for both Moffat because he's also got something with Peter Capaldi coming out.
There you go. I'm in. I can't
That's
wait.
funny.
Man. I cannot wait. And I'm telling you, can I just say, actually, can we just say from David Tennant onwards, because Christopher Eccleston's not doing that, and because he's a middle-aged old man and he's a mounhole, so we forget about him. But from David Tennant to Peter Capaldi, that's including Matt Smith, those lads right now are killing it in everything that they're doing. Matt Smith, House of Dragon, listen, if you are still, I'm going to say this to you right now. I hated what they did to Game of Thrones, right? I really did. And when I watched the first episode of House of Dragon and he played the Game of Thrones music at the end, I swore and I said, you're already doing this to fucking hook us in. You know what you're doing, right? But I watched the second episode and it was brilliant. I watched the next episode and it was brilliant. I'm just going to say right now, House of Dragon's on a roll, right?
Yeah, don't fuck it up by crying.
Please do. That's the one thing. And one more thing, can I just add HBO Max? You need to lighten up the darker scenes. Yeah, we can't see fuck all.
We've done all that before. Remember,
right? It doesn't work. The whole Batman movie is basically that. That's why I bleeding give out about that movie. You can hardly see anything in the Batman, right? Get your act together. All these filmmakers seem to want to just do these real dark scenes. Leave it out, man.
All over again.
Have to turn up the brightness of me
obviously hiding a multitude of sins, by darkening everything because it makes everything look better.
Who's on the panel here is actually watching House of Dragon?
Yep.
I'm going to wait till it's done and then watch it all.
Right. Well, when you're done, what we'll do is we'll get everybody back and we'll do a review, an overall review of the fourth season. Yeah, because I think because I'm being honest with you, right? We gave out about Game of Thrones and rightly so, right? But we were hoping that HBO Max could deliver here and maybe make up for past mistakes. I can safely say that they have. Now, if they keep the momentum up, right, and this momentum goes into Series 2 and it keeps building the way I think it's going to build, we're in for something spectacular. I mean, the scenes with the fucking dragons alone are just fucking, oh my God. I mean, the money, listen, apparently they spent less money than they did on the other show.
I think it was something like half the amount or something like that.
Half the budget, right. So half of the amount,
maybe
and
less.
This show is far superior, is well acted, and I tell you, man, I'm enjoying it. It's gripping shit. I'm loving it. So
it's a slow burn. Even with the time jumps, it is a bit of a slow burn, but I think the tension and there's a lot of nuanced stuff going on. It's like you really got to pay attention, which
that's why it's a slow burner, because you're right. Yeah. There is a lot, and there's a lot of conversation.
When it kicks off, it's going to really kick off. Well, that's what we're all hoping anyway.
So. Gary, by the looks of Gary's reviews and stuff that he's saying on Twitter, he's loving it as well. There's a lot of people that were look at before this show started, and everybody will admit this. We had no hopes for House of Dragon whatsoever, right? I seriously, I went into this with zero expectations, and by the fourth episode, I was just blown away. The thing that did annoy me though after the fourth episode, because I was still raw over Game of Thrones when they used the music, but now it's the theme to the fucking thing, and I'm like, but I do love the intro now, and now. I said,
to be fair, you couldn't have used it. You couldn't have used any other piece of music. That music is so good.
In fairness, I agree with you. But you know what? They earned it. That was the thing. That's why they didn't do it for the first episode. They didn't use remember.
They did a version of the theme tune, but it was a bit like a choir thing, and it sounded really fucking awful. I hated it.
Yeah, they did that for the first episode, but by the second episode, we got the proper intro. They earned it. And that's the way I liked it. It was like with Daniel Craig's Bond at the end of Casino Royale, where he gets the Bond music finally. He earned it for that, because Casino Royale is a great movie. No matter what you think of Daniel Craig's Bond, that movie was good. And he actually earned the Bond music at the end. I like when they do stuff like that. That's why I wanted Henry to get a Man of Steel too. Because in that one, I want them to give him the proper Superman fucking music because he's earned it, in my opinion. Seriously, that's another conversation for another day. But if you're still having doubts about House of Dragon...
Well, a conversation is more than one person talking now.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, you're right. But of course, I'm the host. So if I want to chat away and keep mounting away, I will.
And also, we were meant to finish about half an hour ago.
Yeah, but we always talk about stuff at the end, don't we? But
know,
look, I'll finish with this and just say, if you're still having doubts about watching this show because of what happened with Game of Thrones, for once saying this, I could say it with 100%. Do not let that cloud your judgment when going into this show. Go in with an open mind, and I'm pretty sure after episode 1, you will see that the people that are behind this have learned from the mistakes from the past, and I think they truly have. And I'm loving it, and there's lots of shit going on. And Matt Smith, by the way, to me, right, out of all the Doctor Who actors, right, I love Peter Capaldi, but right now Matt Smith is on the up.
Yeah.
He really is on the up. And if he doesn't get the big Hollywood roles that he deserves this time, he'll never crack it. But this show has to elevate him to a higher level now. There's a whole episode where he doesn't talk in the episode at all, and people are talking about an Emmy. Right?
Yes, they are. And
right?
I'm like, please, Matt, just get the nomination at least, just to get something.
And rightly fucking so. Do you know why? Because what we talk about, he's Doctor here, his facial expressions, he sells it every fucking time. He's a crazy motherfucker in this. I swear to God, I can't wait till he I just wait. He's bubbling, he's simmering, he's ready to. I'm telling you, I can't wait. I'll say no more. But Lee, what would you like to say about House of Dragon? Because you've been watching, obviously, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, it's I was very dubious. I mean, I think a lot more people praised it more than I did, and I think more people are feeling it more than I am. I mean, I'm enjoying it, but I'm still finding issues with the pacing somewhat, and the glaring obvious casting, which still bothers me because it some of the lines, like, you know, true blood Valyrian, is like, really. And I think European law is a great channel. He talks about that, and I think that it's so true. It is true. It's denying authentic history, which I know it's a fantasy world, but you've got to have what's called verisimilitude, you know. Yeah. But I do love the dragon stuff. I do like the intrigue stuff. The political King Viserys is fantastic. But you know, I do think some of the characters are like, I'll just die.
But you know this. Listen. But you know, right? Because of Game of Thrones, this is exactly what's going to happen, man. People are just gonna bleed and drop dead left, right, and center. I mean, some of the scenes in this are just like what we expect from Game of Thrones. They're very graphic, and I'm glad they've stuck to that. And the thing about it is as well, do you notice all of a sudden these idiots are not moaning and complaining? They're not moaning or complaining. They complain about everything else. Oh, that's too violent, or that's too sexual. But they're not opening them out now, they're not. I wonder why. Well, Matt Smith and Yawan are related, aren't they? They're cousins. That's all I'll say. That's why they're not saying that. Exactly. You can all smile. I said it. Exactly. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm saying. Right? Those Muppets are for that. Right? Same radical leftists that want us to forgive pedophiles and all of this rubbish. Did you hear about that group, man? Apparently they were trying to get people to convince to forgive pedophiles and all this. Listen, pedophiles. Listen for a minute. Pedophiles belong in jail. Now, I can't say what I'd like to really happen to pedophiles, but because, you know, we're a world of laws, they should be locked up and the key should be thrown away. There is no rehabilitation for a scumbag like that. Sorry, but not in any universe. So, you know, this all has stopped. But the idiots, all these
Don't
idiots.
you love
that
how you
normally-
come in for Doctor Who and then
Yeah.
Look at nonce talk, yeah.
Anyway, we will be reviewing House of Dragon the whole season when it's over. So come and join us for that panel. We'll be back tomorrow as usual. With as I said, we'll tap into that Stephen Moffat. I'd actually love to see the concept images he had for the Weeping Angels. Very interesting, because the one thing I did like about Moffat's era was the Weeping Angels until they start getting overused. But Moffat did come up with good concepts for some villains, didn't he? And all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll leave it there. Because I think someone's in the private chat telling me they might have to go. Oh, PD. Okay, yeah. We're grand. I didn't say, you know what I mean? I didn't say it, but everybody knows what I mean. Everybody knows what. Anyway, who gives two shits anyway? They tried.
Yeah, we don't want Mama Susan around here at the moment.
Anyway, we got.
But with Chris Persia's comments being no, it's your comments, wasn't it?
My comments, yeah,
Your comments and
the other
Chris's
day.
as well, being removed by YouTube mods arbitrarily. Bizarre. It's funny how they do it for mods. Isn't
By
it?
the way,
It's
I've
really
seen
what
this
happens to
comment
people.
here. I want to comment on this because, right? So I don't know why this is a surprise to people, but everybody's been sending me messages. Oh no, do you know that RTD is writing Series 15? Yeah, of course I do. What you think he's going to just stay for one series? He was never staying for one series. I said it on this channel last year, and whenever we said it, he's not staying.
He's here to right the ship. He's going to stay for as long as he thinks he needs to, and then he'll go.
And then he'll pass it within his company. He'll pass it on to his successor. But everybody is telling me like, oh, he's doing Series 14 and 15. I knew that already. He's going to do 2. He may do a third if he needs to do a third. But the plan, I think, is after 2 series, he hands it over to someone else. Right? I said this on the channel before. This is not news to me. This is the media, right? Being slow as usual, right? We knew this age last year. This is nothing new. Nothing new at all. But I hope he stays longer. I would like him to stay. He might actually see with Moffat, with RTD this time though. He knows what it was like to stay with the 4 series and then do the specials. So he'll know better this time when he's starting to burn out and he needs to leave. Right? So he'll get 2. He'll definitely do the 2. And if he feels that he needs to stay for a third series, he'll stay for the third. If not, he'll hand it over to his successor. They'll get 2. Be moved on again. Anyway, we're good. We're good with the 2 series.
So Chris Percy just said if only Elon Musk could purchase YouTube, and then his comment gets deleted by YouTube. I mean, this is insane. That's
no
ridiculous.
way. Your
Yeah.
comment
Oh no,
is
he
being
retracted
deleted.
it. He retracted it.
No,
No,
because it keeps
I-
saying message retracted when yours was deleted.
Oh, did it?
Really?
No, I always
Yeah.
thought he would do 3 or 4 series. Look, don't rule out him doing. Look, he said he's doing 2 to everybody in the media, yeah? But that doesn't mean that he's just going to stay for 2. He's probably just said, yeah, doing the first 2. We'll see how they go. Because remember, after he writes those 2 series, if he cannot turn this ship around, there mightn't be a serious.
Yeah, he's not going to commit to 3. He's not going to say 3 or 4. He's not going to stay it for 5 years. He's not going to say that. He's going to say safely 1 or 2 years, because anything beyond that, it really does depend on how
Just
well it
in case,
performs.
exactly. Just in case.
Well,
you know what I mean?
If you think about it, he's doing the 60th, so that's 1 year. He's doing series 14 and 15, so he's technically almost doing 3 years of Who, in a sense.
Yeah,
just 1 year's the
because
60th.
We do know the 60th is a multi-episode event, so technically you are right. So so even then he's, you know what I mean. If you look at it that way, and you were to actually he's doing 3 years. He's already doing 3 years anyway, 3 series, because the 60th would be classic because a multi-episode thing. Then he's got
And
series
we don't
14 and
even,
series 15.
and that's said they could be longer. They could be like short mini movies. We don't know. So yeah, definitely you class the 60th as like a series.
Yeah, and remember, Doctor Who's not going to be like Anton. We remember it. He's gonna listen. This will be. It'll probably. I don't know how many minute episodes they'll even be either. They could be hour episodes. And know a lot of shows do hours or half hours. I doubt he'll do half hour for Doctor Who though, because that would be. But he could go back to the very old formula of the 25-minute, 40-minute episodes.
Oh no, Chris said he retracted it. Oh well. I prefer my version of events. I think that's funny. Okay. Well, actually, that's less scary. So that's all right.
Do you think you see Sasha return in RTD?
No.
So right. Personally, for me, you've heard some of the panel that they think he's a bit over the top, and some people have their problems with him, and that's fine, fair enough. But I absolutely fucking love him.
I've seen less ham in a butcher's shop.
I think under RTD, directed by RTD, or directed by some of RTD's directors, we'd get a slightly less hammy master under them. But I still like his master. I think
it would have been a better. I think it would have been a better Doctor.
He has his. I don't know. I think he has his moments as the master and is really convincing when he's doing really crazy, but he's not hamming it up. But when he's doing
I like his mad Russian monk look. I think he had that look from the start.
That looks a good look. I think he's got it. Listen, I think he's playing multiple masters in this.
I don't know. I think he's going to be playing I think we're going to see him early on, and then him much later.
I think we're going to get a timeline of like different points.
Yeah, but there's a photograph and an image that you'll see. You see a disheveled master being dragged out and arrested. But if you look to the left of the photo, there's a guy there standing there. You can only see a bit of him, but he's standing there with the purple jacket and the original Sasha Dhawan master suit. So I actually think he's playing multiple versions of himself in this episode, and I think they're going to cross paths, which will be epic to me because I do like. It's
going to be a parallel universe.
I do like his master, man. So I would, personally speaking, but I'll ask the rest of the panel. To be fair, would you like to see Sasha Dhawan's master bleed into the RTD era, or do you think he should recast? That's a fair question, actually. Yeah, Charlie, you can go first.
I think he should recast because we've already had a crazy master off Russell in John Sim. We've had the manic master as well with John Sim. We need a different type of master, and I think you need a different actor with a different brief and a different energy. Like we were saying, Missy worked in the episode tonight because she wasn't crazy. She wasn't shouting. She wasn't going like mad. She was calculating. She was dark. She was menacing. And I want that again. And I think Russell would have to recast to get that, honestly. So I think, yes, Russell, if we're getting a master, which I really do suspect we are for the 60th, recast for me.
He's at the putting up another message, so I'll read this because this is quite nice. NuWhoZone YouTube channel. Noel and everyone else on the channel, I have missed you all. It's been a long time, quite a few months actually. Time just flies. We appreciate that. We haven't been doing regular streams either because it's just so much going on. But as I said, we've streamed every day this week and we're continuing that. We're getting back into our group. But it's nice to see you back again. I know there's loads of people that, stuff has been going on. We haven't seen some of you in quite a time, but it's nice to see you pop up. So we really appreciate the support we do.
And Jamie Knight says that photo is from a mag, and they showed a zoomed out version. Now the purple mask was put over the picture with the headline. In camera.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. It's at least someone.
Interesting theory.
Yeah, it was. But I still have, just for some weird reason, I have a sneaky suspicion that that's what he's going to do with this. Either multiple versions of the master or multiple versions of You know who's Doctor, because he's already done 2 versions of her Doctor, or 3, or whatever it was. So I don't
Don't
know,
remind us.
because the power of the Doctor, it just
The power of the Daleks, of the Doctor, of the night, of the evening, of the day, of the Doctor, of the Master of the day, of the thing, of the rings of power, of the thing, of the power of the Doctor. Yeah.
Anyway, we will come back tomorrow and we'll discuss. Oh, I didn't ask the rest of the panel. Sorry.
No, you
you're
bloody
right.
didn't.
I didn't. So we'll
Never
go with
does,
Lee.
never
Sorry
does.
about that. So Lee, you would you like to see Sasha Dewan, or like Charlotte, would you like to see someone else take?
No,
the
I don't want to
mantle?
see him. I don't ever want to see him back as a master. No, because I mean, look, he's going to go off and do his big finish. See how successful that is. I think he was a bit too eager with the role, and it showed. It was just too over the top. It was very CBeebies. Not to say he's not a good actor. I've seen him in other things. He's a very competent actor. So I just think the role was just not for him. Really, I think, as I said, I think he'd be a better Doctor. And also, he's far too tied in with the Timeless Child rubbish, and I don't want that reminder stinking out the rest of the the run. No.
Fair point.
I want to bury this era in its entirety.
Fair point.
Burn it.
Fair point, PD.
You know what I think we should do? We should just dust off and nuke the entire Chibnall era from orbit. That's the only way.
Oh yeah.
Well,
That'd be nice.
You never know. You never know. And anyway, so episode 4 of the Graham Norton Show, you already know this, October 24th. It features Gina Davis, Stephen Graham, Motzi Mabuse, and apparently no Jodie Whittaker, no Doctor Who, and no BBC Centenary promotion. It's an absolute disgrace.
Shit show.
But we'll get into that tomorrow. We'll tap on the Stephen Moffat
before we
stuff.
go, love the T-shirt, Kanye. Love the T-shirt.
Well, what's Kanye done now?
I'll put it in the private chat.
Okay, Kanye's done something. Well, he's a crackpot anyway. But anyway, we will be back tomorrow. We'll tap into that Stephen Moffat article. We will continue this conversation around the centenary and the lack of promotion. Listen, personally speaking, people, I don't know if I could speak for the panel, but I'm pretty sure I can say that we honestly don't give a feck whether there is promotion or not. But the fact of the matter is it's proved their point time and time again. BBC have no trust in this. By the way, I did forget to add, because it's just popping into my head real quickly. I'm not going to dwell on this. But it turns out the David Tennant interview that he said his decision to come back to Doctor Who was during the Doctor Who lockdown stuff. Right? Now, also, RTD, as I had told you already, that's when the decision was made. It looks like the decision was made to bring David Tennant back also around that time. So this decision for Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker to go has been a long time being prepared for, believe it or not. So that's startling to me, because what's startling is that those two handed in their P45s and Piers Wenger decided that he wanted them to stay. And yet then a year later, basically the decision is made, because obviously the lockdown had happened, that they just weren't good enough anymore. And the reason why there's no promotion is because the BBC know that this era has failed. That Doctor Who lockdown, I told you, was a big turning point in this whole situation. They seen how popular Doctor Who was when it was written by a Stephen Moffat or a Paul Cornell or a RTD when they did those little stories. And that opened up a lot of the big wigs' eyes at that time. So when all the J-bots, when these were all celebrating the Doctor Who lockdown and these were supporting it, in essence, you were actually helping to give Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall their P45. So congratulations. Congratulations.
We finally got there.
He's actually finally helped to remove her. We didn't have to do that. We just needed you to support the lockdowns, and that's exactly what you did. Well done. So yeah, I just thought I'd leave with that little happy note there. because whether they like it or not, yous were responsible too. So well done.
RTD
Well
was a holy Hail Mary moment, really, because it was like, if he hadn't turned up on the scene, I think this would have been it.
I
think he would have
agree.
gone into the
I
wilderness.
agree. The fandom, look at
again.
the state the fandom was in. The pandemic was there. Everybody was scared. And then it was like, oh, Chris Chibnall invited us. No. The decision was made. Chris Chibnall had no say. It was like, RTD, Stephen.
Chris Chibnall, in effect, let slip that when this was wrapped, he thought, well, that was going to be it, because he didn't know when it was going to come back, if it was going to come back.
Exactly.
That's just what he would say.
Exactly.
So it's only because RTD is like, oh shit, this is my legacy. I better do something.
Which means that Gary from Neurotics was spot on when he turned around and said after the Chris Chibnall era, they were going to can it. They were going to can it. And he got the timeless child. He got the timeless child stuff right. Even though I didn't want to believe it, he turned out to be right about that.
And he also said very early on, they're going to go back to a male. He also said that very early on.
So I don't know who his sources are, but he has some good sources. But yeah, look, everything we said, we don't need to glow or anything, but I'm gonna glow for 1 second.
Oh, fucking glow!
We were all the fans that had problems with this and spoke up and were brave enough, and you have to.
You mean fans
nowadays?
Yeah.
Fans.
Yeah.
We've been vindicated 100%. Everything that we went through, has it been worth everything that we went through? Absolutely not. But the fact of the matter is, the truth the truth is already being told, right? Little things are slipping, as Lee said, but the whole truth will come out eventually. And when it does come out,
and the Cardiff and Chaos will all come out. All that will come out.
Yeah. And then I'll just be sitting back with my big cigar and my glass of whiskey, waiting for the apologies to roll in. I'll be fucking dead.
You'll be waiting a long bloody time.
Exactly. I'll be bleeding dead by the time that happens. Exactly. But anyway, we will wrap it up now because I have gone over time and they've been paid. And it's been so long that we haven't streamed that I can't shut up now. But I'm going to shut up now. But we will be back tomorrow again. And come and join us. It'll be an interesting one. And I might bring
legend Scottish Davros and friends wrestle with pop culture. Channel you should check out, by the way. Chibnall couldn't run a bath, let alone Doctor Who.
Exactly. Oh yeah, Daniel did put up a link to his latest video there. Yeah. So if you want to go through the chat, or Daniel, if you want to throw it up there again, go ahead before we switch off. But Daniel has a new video, so go and check that out, guys, and support them. And Gobby Guy, Jack, and all of those other people that we've mentioned earlier on the panel. So we'll leave it there. We'll say good night. Say good night, panel.
Night.
Good night, panel.
And we will see you very soon. And when we get off here, if you don't see Lee in a couple of weeks, it's because me and Lee got into it.
Because you've done my head in.
A bit of I'm a messing. It's been great. I've enjoyed this. I really have. So thanks for putting a smile on my face as well. We'll see you soon.
It's better than anywhere else.
Have a good one. You shut up, you.
Good night.
Bye.
Don't eat your bangers and mash.